all these shenanigans, phones on the news, repeating the same recipe. COVID this, COVID that, get the bags, bring your mask. Put all of your trust in these devils and disregard their lies. Anybody who speak against it, they shut them down. It's how it be when you putting the truth out. This ain't got no damn virus, this is all about control. People open their eyes, they can see what's going on. But the shots don't work, people still dropping dead. Your case is the devil, ain't no denying that. What about the lockdown? Oh, they bringing them back, but this time around, no, down for me. Like me, just follow my lead. Tell the government we don't want your damn vaccine. They can keep all the poison. Fam, if you can, try your best to avoid it. It's more than they cause. So get it on, 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 get it on. Hey, be a rebel like me. Tell the government we don't need your vaccine. Ooh. Trying to alter my genes, but they don't understand my vision clear rising. That's the mark of the beast. Will you not be deceived? Trying to force on the blacks to receive like the sea. We ain't falling for another deal. Especially understanding we the people believe it. I know a girl who messed around and got the badge on. Now she trembling non-stop, she down bad on. You know you can't get in the kingdom with that damn on. I'm for sure willing to die, that ain't cap on. Like me, just follow my lead. Tell the government we don't want your damn vaccine. They can keep all the poison. Fam, if you can, try your best to avoid it. It's more than they cause. So get it on, 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 get it on. Brother like me, just follow my lead. Tell the government we don't want your damn vaccine. They can keep all the poison. Fam, if you can, try your best to avoid it. It's more than they cause. So get it on, 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 get it on.
Shalom, Israel. I was asked to do a video tonight. It's still night here on some things that's been going on here in Texas, Houston, Texas. And I had to put some things together right quick. And this is only my opinion. And the videos you see is just for teaching purposes only. Okay. And I put together what I could to give you an idea. And this is just for the Israelites. If you Christians are watching this, then it's going to fly right over you. You're not going to understand it. But the Israelites will definitely understand everything that I'm about to say. And I'm going to bring out a scripture, Revelation 9. But first, I want to start with, and don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe and hit the like button. First, I want to start with testing. Now, a lot of people don't know that when you get tested, or the people want you to get tested, your job or what have you, you can do a saliva test. If I'm not mistaken, CDC allows saliva to be part of the testing for corona. Now, a lot of people are shying away from the nasal swab, because what I'm understanding that's on that nasal swab, and I think it's a technique they use to clean the swabs or something to that effect, is called ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide. You can look it up for yourself. It's a cleaning agent that they use for nasal swab. Now, CDC said that is, safe, and there's no harm in ethylene oxide. The only problem I have with that, and sometimes you got to use your own common damn sense. I'm going to show you what ethylene oxide, and you read it for yourself. I got it highlighted. Now, they say it's safe, and I'm not saying that it's not. So, I just want you to see something. When I look this word up, and you tell me, would you put this up your nasal cavity, this type of product? Read what's in yellow. Can you see? Go ahead and get that. All right. a room temperature, ethylene oxide is a flammable, colorless gas. Now you use your own common sense. That's enough on that. I just want you to know that they do have saliva that you can use if you just have to be tested or you feel that you're gonna lose your job and you don't want the nasal swab. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it. Let's move on. I want to make this quick. Here's one I looked up for you Jesus lovers. And there's some Israelites that can't let go of that name Jesus. Well, I did a research on that name. Okay, we know the person is false. That's Cedric Bozier. We know he's false. Gay is all outdoors, had sex with animals and his sister. Rodrigo Bozier's second son. But now I did something on the name where the name is Latin, so you have to go into Latin to understand how they brought that name together, because there's no way they took that name and gave that to a Messiah, especially not the black Messiah. The J-E is pronounced D-E. And when you go into it, the history of it, it means earth. J-E, you pronounce it as D-E, G-E, I'm sorry, G-E. When you say the name, you're saying Jesus, not so much a J, but the both letterings means earth. So that leaves S-U-S. What does S-U-S mean in Latin? History of etymology of for S-U-S. Now, New Latin, from Latin, swine hog. Swine hog. That's what the name means. So you put the two together, it's more or less an earth pig. It's a filthy beast. For those of you that love your Jesus and you love to call on that, oh, Jesus, my Jesus, and you have no idea what you're saying. You see, that's for you Christians. And some of you Israelites, because there's some camps that'll put down the man, but they'll uphold the name. Well, when my group come together, 3 Hebrew boys, we tear it all apart from the top to bottom. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Now, I know a lot of you have heard by now what happened here in Houston last Friday with the Astroworld Festival. And it was a shock to a lot of people with Travis Smiley. I think his name was Travis Smiley. There was a lot of people at that place. And a lot of you that doesn't live in Texas that heard this, and those of you that maybe in other countries, in that area where the football stadium is, matter of fact, the football stadium is right across the street. That whole area is heavily populated. It is heavily populated. And I'm gonna get to a point, and this is only my opinion of what I'm putting together so far within these few days. I'm sure a lot more are gonna come out. But I remember what happened Friday night. It dawned on me, this is similar to the Ferguson incident when they was protesting and how they moved that crowd out of there. But I went into a little bit of a different direction. What was the reason why everything just went haywire? And the main word that I'm hearing is heat. Heat. All of them were saying that. No matter which video you watch, and we're gonna listen to one, and we're gonna look at a few. Where is this heat coming from? Now, supposedly it started with a wave. The wave went out of control. So I'm like, I can't put too much into that because I don't know much about waves, especially at a concert. So I can't elaborate on that. So I went a few days to find out heat. It was 40 something degrees. I want to say between 43 and 45 degrees. That's pretty cold here. That's pretty cold in Houston. And people was crammed together. Let me show you something right quick. I want you to see this and pay attention to what you see. Now, some of this you're going to have to put two and two together because I have to talk in code. I want you to see this. You see that? You know who that is. Okay? That's George Floyd. But what I want you to see is the wording. What's written on that wall? Pay close attention to what's written on the wall. I can't breathe. Okay? I'm going to move on, but I'm not going to come back to it. And here's something for you to think about. When people getting sick at home and they need to run to the hospital because they think they might have the virus, what's the first thing they tell the nurse when they go through the emergency doors? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That's the very first thing. Just something to think about. It's just something to think about. I want to go into the festival. That's what I want to go to. And I want you to see some things. Let me see, Astroworld. You're going to have to put two and two together. Okay. And let's go to, I think it was this one. Here's one we're going to see. We're not going to listen to a lot of it.
Why dating a young black woman is a good option?
Pay attention.
This was Trog's entrance.
Fair use. Fair use.
Turn around for You getting out too, bro? You getting out?
I want to take it back to days before rodeo real quick.
We're not going to listen to all of this.
Hey! Move over! All the real Rangers around here, you know what time it is, so get your section straight right now.
You see how crowded it is?
You good.
Get your section straight right now.
Oh! Ew! Ew! You good? Boom. Gucci. Turn around. We should be good. Oh, here we go.
To everybody that's watching at home right now, I want y'all to see a little bit of how we do it out here in Houston real quick.
These are different footages. Fair you. See all the cell phones? They all got cell phones. Now, they all have cell phones holding them up. You got to pay attention to that now, because when I go to another video, I don't want to lose you. So understand what you just saw. Remember what you saw on the back of that wall on the painting. Okay, let's go to another one. What is this one?
Turn the lights on, turn the lights on. Listen to that small boy right there hanging in the tree right there.
Fair use.
That's okay, we see real quick. Take me, let's do it.
There's some people who were just laughing at those of us who were like screaming to get out because they thought it was funny, and they're not realizing that this is terror. We're trying to get out of here. The crowd didn't start out that packed. There was space. We didn't sign up to come here for this.
Was seeing two bodies laying down right behind me, and the whole time I was just thinking that they were passed out. And then once the security guard was just right next to me talking to another security guard saying that he didn't have a pulse, and that's when I knew something was really off.
Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Security, somebody help jump in real quick.
You see the phones in the air?
Somebody jump in, come on. I'm honestly just devastated. I could never.
Okay, I got the two mixed up. It's Travis Scott, not Travis Smiley. Travis Scott. I've never seen this guy before. I don't know anything about him. My main concern tonight is the heat. The heat. Where did the heat come from? Because a lot of people saying that it was hot. Now let's listen to an audio. This was a guy, I couldn't find a video to this. So one of my Hebrew brothers sent me the audio. Here. And this kid was out there as well. This one is on TikTok. Listen to this guy.
But I kid y'all not, bro. As soon as Travis Scott started, like, and then he popped out, started going crazy, and like I'm telling you, as soon as he started going crazy, like the whole crowd started raging and shit. Everybody just screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" Mind you, I'm sitting on top of the fence, so I'm looking down on everybody, and I'm seeing all this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers reaching and they crying. I'm trying to pull people out. So look, in the middle, it's a VIP section, like different celebrities and people who pay like thousands of dollars to sit in the VIP section. Mind you, I'm pulling people out and I'm trying to pull them into that VIP section. That's where like people was pulling people in so they can breathe. So the people in the damn VIP section, they getting mad, talking about, why the fuck you pulling people over here in our section? I'm like, man, fuck that shit, bro. These people about to lose their motherfucking lives. You know what I'm saying? So I pull out this one boy. This boy, he probably like 14 years old. This is a little bitty teenager, bro. This one lady, I kid you not, in the fucking VIP section, literally put her hands on this boy and assaulted this boy and started hitting him like, didn't I tell y'all don't jump the fuck over? So I end up scrolling like, bitch, who the fuck is you to tell somebody what the fuck they can do? Like, bitch, this ain't your motherfucking concert, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck about what motherfucking ticket you paid for. Like, these people need some fucking help. So I'm helping people, I'm pulling people out. And like, it just felt like we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like, it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe. You couldn't.
He said you couldn't breathe. Pay attention to that now.
See, like, just imagine all the people they're going to find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, there was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainting, and the people were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning them black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. It was like help. The whole crowd was just going to help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. He sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like for real. Like so many people's lives are gone tonight because they wanted to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. We really went to a concert in hell, bro.
Okay.
Don't say thanks at the bottom of your business email.
But I kid y'all not, bro. As soon as Travis.
Now, my question is, he said it was like being in hell. Where did this heat come from if it was 40-something degrees at night? Let's go here. Let's go here.
Not long ago, Rita Levi Montalcini celebrated her 103rd birthday, and then nanotechnology.
In this video, we'll explore nanotechnology. The world is shrinking, meaning, among other things, robots will soon be traveling in your bloodstream.
Did he say nanotechnology will be traveling in your bloodstream? Where you think it's coming from? Where you think it's coming from? That's not, I want to make this short, but I want to show you something. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, I'm going to have to type this in because I want you to listen to this lady. There you go. I really want you to hear what this lady got to say. Remember what's going to be in your body. Now, that was a few years ago when he said that. Okay, think about last year, what happening and what we going through now and how they, want to mandate the bowl of grits, want everybody to eat the bowl of grits, okay? Listen to this lady. Put this here.
back to your hive. And that's
the beginning of it was kind of boring, so I might skip past a few.
Hi, my name is Charles Malky, biologist and plant expert with Ivory Organics, where we grow cool plants. And today we're here with Judy Frankel of judyshomegrown.com. And our topic today is on 5G and its effect on the honeybee. And Judy, thanks again for being with us today.
Thank you for coming.
And I know we've had so much more fun on a much lighter note, having fun in your garden, having fun in my garden, planting tomatoes, caring for your avocado tree that was sunburnt that I now see outside is producing and so much more productive than it was last year. And we've done a lot of Q&A, again, all gardening related and on a much lighter note. But you were the one at our last lesson that we did here at your home where we discussed gardening tools, selecting gardening tools, how to clean gardening tools. And it was then that you shared your passion is, I know you're also involved in, making sure that our environment remains clean and healthy and hopefully something that's going to last long enough for our kids to also enjoy and hopefully beyond. And I know you've always shared a little bit more than just gardening, but you also are concerned about tomorrow and the well-being of tomorrow. And this is my opportunity to hopefully bring your education and your experiences and your research that you've done so far, which I know is very lacking in regards to sources out there relating to 5G on honeybees. And that's just a very narrow topic. It's a much broader impact. But I wanted to hopefully just take this opportunity with you to communicate to the Ivory Organics YouTube audience and hopefully gain their feedback and gain hopefully further education, not just for me, for you, and hopefully for the rest of the world on this technology that's going to change our tomorrow.
Right. Well, the first thing I want to go into before we get technical on people is this Albert Einstein quote on bees. He said, if the bee disappeared off the surface of the globe, then man would have only 4 years of life left. No more bees, no more pollination,
I don't give a damn about no
more
Albert
plants,
Einstein.
No more animals, no more man. So if the honeybee is so important, shouldn't we at least research what 5G's effects would be on bees? We already know that it's harmful to humans and to plants and to bees. But
did she say it was harmful to humans? She said we already know. Let me see if I can play it again.
Research what 5G's effects would be on bees. We already know that it's harmful to humans.
You heard that. Let's see how it's harmful to humans.
And to plants and to bees. But 5G is going to blanket the surface of the earth with electrosmog 24/7. And they want to put in a small
electrosmog is going to blanket the earth. That means they're going to have towers everywhere. That's why she's saying it's going to blanket the earth. Now, you got to pay attention to this lady because remember, they had those cell phones up in the air.
All cell phone tower every 100 meters or 328 feet. So no one can get away without being affected by this, including the bees.
So before we get into 5G and its effects on the honeybees and so much more as we started off, I want to educate the viewer on what 5G actually is. And I spent hours in preparation for today's lesson on even educating myself on what 5G is. And I know that it's all over TV, radio, and 5G is the next best thing coming for communications and technology. But what is it? And I've researched this article here published by celltowerleaseexperts.com, where they define 5G as being 5G cell towers are telecommunication sites that could boost wireless signals by 10 times the current speed of 4G. So, and I also learned through other research as well that the 4G is 4th generation, and this is now the 5th generation of technology relating to maximizing speed, download, speeds, and so forth. And that the 5G network would be.
Now that's a lot of radiation. That's a lot of radiation coming from them towers.
Built on small cell site technology with antennas as close as, my research says, 500 feet apart, which I kind of figured my house is about 50 feet of frontage, on the street. So with 50 feet, and if every house was 50 feet of like curb area, we're talking about, based on 500 feet, a cell tower for every 10th home. So on my block, there would be 2 cell towers, but your research calculates that it would be even closer than that.
Right.
Okay, now every 10th home, there will be a cell tower. So you gotta understand the position that them kids were in. He said every 10 homes there will be a tower. Now that's very close. Now imagine the radiation coming from them towers on one block. Now these people was over 75,000 crowded and compact by the stadium. And in that area, there's a lot of businesses. You got the Astrodome. You got the big stadium. You got all the hotels and all the other areas, car dealerships. Everything is in that area. So imagine all the towers that's just in that area, and they taking a phone and holding it up. And radiation, the radiation that's going to these phones, doesn't that cause heat? Wouldn't that cause a lot of heat when you got over 75, 100,000 people packed together holding that phone up to them towers? I'm just asking a question. Now, I could be wrong about this. I'm not no scientist, but I got some damn common sense. And I got these scriptures. That's all I need for me. But them people kept saying that it was too hot. They couldn't breathe. The heat has got to be coming from somewhere.
So the signal really drops off after 100 meters. So they have to juice it up again by putting another cell phone tower. So that's every 328 feet. And that would be averaging home sizes every 2 to 5 homes. So you might have a cell phone tower in front of your house, is what I'm basically trying to say.
So these towers, what are they emitting that's so damaging? Like what's coming off of this 5G, tower that's different? Well, if 5G is 10 times more powerful than 4G, then I'm assuming it's going to be 10 times more
fair use.
What is it? What is being emitted by these towers?
So what's being emitted from these small cell towers is EMF, otherwise known as electromagnetic frequency or electromagnetic field. And sometimes you'll see in the literature radio frequency radiation. So actually these multiple ways of calling something often help confound the issue, which is why I'm taking the time to say there's more than one name for it. But this 5G is emitting 30 gigahertz to up to 300 gigahertz. And in the case of these small cell towers, they're limiting it to 90 gigahertz because at 95 gigahertz, it is actually a weapons grade weapon.
Did she say weapon? That high of frequency with nanoparticles, with the nanoparticles that's in the grits, does not mix. So I'm thinking that there was some kind of an experiment to see the effect of people being that close together. Still, again, I can be wrong. But I'm looking at everything that happened last year, plus this year, and all the laws they putting in place, and they just pushing people to eat the grits. Want to make mandate everywhere. I mean, you know, you got to look at what's going on. Try to put this stuff together. What are they trying to do? Now, you Israelites can easily put 2 and 2 together, but a lot of you Christians, man, y'all gonna get caught up in, just like all them people got caught up in it, because they don't know scriptures and they don't know anything about the Illuminati and these secret societies and what they're doing. The experiment for the New World Order. Now, all I'm waiting on now is all the people that survive. We're going to see how many all of a sudden just get sick and come down with some kind of sickness from this. That's the only thing I'm waiting on now. That's why I didn't want to make the video too fast, but I was asked to do it. And this is just only what I came up with that can cause that much heat. So I'm not focusing on anything else because I don't have enough knowledge. But what I'm hearing is heat. And I know at least 80-something, 90% of them kids out there was vaccinated. You know, I'm taking a wild guess. That's just me talking. You know, and I think you can't really go anywhere without being, you know, vaccinated anyway. You can't take a flight or nothing. You have to show your vaccine card. So I'm just giving you something to think about, people. Just put 2 and 2 together. We'll listen to a little bit more, and I'm going to put it out with Revelation 9.
That you can burn people's skin with it at 95 gigahertz.
Wow.
So we're just shy of the 95 that these cell towers have the capability.
Let me hear that again.
It's actually a weapons grade weapon that you can burn people's skin with it at 95 gigahertz.
And them people say they was hot out there. The heat was just like being in hell. Oh, man.
So we're just shy of the 95 that these cell towers have the capability of putting out. You know, it's a smog. Obviously, it's stronger at the source, but as soon as you put a cell phone near you and you're getting the signal from it, you're now, you know, getting that high of a signal at the source of your cell phone, your iPad, your computer. So essentially you are repeating that signal once you've received it. Yeah. So when they say, oh, it drops off, that's not true if you're holding the source of, you know, wherever the material or the information is coming to. So in between the tower and your receiver is the smog. So imagine if you're trying to fly through that, if you're a bee, and it's wrecking your nav system, you're going to have a hard time going back to your hive. And that's what they found in some of these studies.
I think most people, so again, the frequency that's being emitted by the towers is called.
All right, we're going to stop it there because I think you pretty much got the picture. You pretty much got the picture now coming from this lady. You should be able to see where I was going with this. I'm going to end this with Revelation 9, okay? Revelation 9, verse 1. And then the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out the smoke locusts. There came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power. Now I'm going to jump to, well, I'll keep going. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. So people that does not have the people that have the seal of the Most High will not be affected by this. Okay, what's going on? But those who do not have the seal, which I'm sure is thousands of them out there, will be affected by this scorpion. Okay, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. Now, when the scorpion strike a man, what does it feel like? I got to be careful what I say. What does a scorpion tail look like? Because when John saw this, he saw an insect, and he used the scorpion to represent what he saw that's going on this very day. So what could he compare that's going on today to a scorpion sting? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's the only thing you can compare to a scorpion sting is when that happens. And it feels just like a scorpion. See? Anyway, let's go ahead and end this. Go ahead and end it. I just gathered what little bit I knew so far. So I'm going to say shalom to you. Together. I'll say shalom till next time, and be safe.
Tonight, gonna make you feel alright. It's like a jam on the way tonight, but I just don't mind. Always on the top tonight, gonna make you feel alright. I just don't mind. The party's on in the club tonight, gonna make you feel alright, baby.